Why do you think at all? Is there a different way of action? Is there a different manner of approach to life, to the daily living, that doesn't require thinking at all? You don't know. So first, we'll have to look very closely together. Not I'm explaining, you accept. That would be silly. But together, find out for ourselves. And then act. Not say yes, quite right. But act. So we're going to go into that. What is thinking? Don't you think? Otherwise you won't be here. You made arrangements to come here at a certain time, and you have made also arrangements to go back. That is thinking. Thinking philosophically. Philosophy means the love of truth, the love of life. Not passing some exam in a university. So let us find out together what is thinking. If you had no memory of yesterday or what will happen tomorrow, no memory at all of any kind, would you think? You understand? Oh, come on, sir. Would you think and act thereby if you had no memory? Of course not. What are you hesitating about? You can't think if you have no memory. Right? So what is memory? Now you're stopped. What is memory? You did something yesterday, and that what you did is registered in the brain, which becomes a memory, and according to the memory, you think and act. Right? So, what is memory? How does it come about? You remember somebody flattering you. You remember somebody hurting you, saying ugly things about you, or flattering you, because you've written a book. So you remember memory. That is, memory is the outcome of knowledge, right? Right? Oh Lord. That is, you insulted me. It is registered on the brain as a memory. That insult or flattery, whatever it is registered, which becomes the memory. That is, the knowledge of that incident becomes memory. I have an accident in a car. That accident is registered in the brain, and in the brain cells, and then it says, yes, that's memory. I had an accident, I must drive carefully. Right? So, out of knowledge comes memory. Right? Yeah? From memory, thought. Now, what is knowledge? This is rather difficult. We all accumulate knowledge. The great scholars, great professors, scientists acquire tremendous knowledge. You understand? So what is knowledge? How does it come about to have knowledge? So, haven't you thought about all this? Looked at all this? Knowledge comes when there is experience. Right? You have an accident in a car, that becomes the accident. That's an experience, right? Right? From that experience you have knowledge. And from that knowledge you have memory. From memory you have thought. Right? Be careful, don't agree yet or disagree. I'm going to pull the rug under your feet. So, what is experience? Which is that incident, right? Accident in a car, which is registered in the brain as knowledge, right? And so on. Knowledge, experience, knowledge, memory, thought. Clear? This is logical. Not my way of looking at it or your way of looking at it. So, all experience, whether it's God's experience or your experience, is limited. Yes? Right? Would you agree? Would you see that? All experience. Because you look at it, the scientists are adding every day more and more and more. Right? That which is added to is always limited. Right? Don't agree. Look at it, look at it. I know little and I must know more. You are adding, right? That which you add to must be limited. Oh Lord, right? So, experience is always limited. Your experience of God, I don't know what that means, but it doesn't matter. Your experience of something is always limited. Well, there's something more to be added. So, experience is limited, knowledge is limited, forever, not just future knowledge, it's always limited. Therefore, memory is limited, and so thought is limited. Right? Thought is limited. And where there is limitation, there is division. Right? As the Sikh, the Hindu, the Buddhist, the Muslim, the Christian, the Democratic Party, Republican Party, Communist Party. You understand? They're all based on thought. Therefore, all the governments are limited. All your activities limited. Whether you think most abstractly or try to be very noble, it's still thinking. Right? So from that limited quality of thinking, and thinking is always limited, our actions are limited. Right?